What a night of football. It's the Cypriot Cup, the Coca-Cola Cup, come to a conclusion in favour of the green side of Nicosia.
Yes. Drama, mate. Drama. We beat Ireland in the cup final by a 0-0. Iranian forward Karim Ansarifat scored the winner with 5 minutes to go. So that's back-to-back cup wins for us. Back-to-back. And the only thing I will say, mate, is it was a game that was very tetchy. It wasn't great for the neutral. But listen, a win is a win at the end of the day. I will take it. The only thing that upset me at full time, the celebrations were ruined by Cypriot police. During the open top bus parade, 2 players say they were hit by missiles thrown at them. The police have obviously denied it today, so just watch this space.
Aside from any negative afters of the match, it seemed like, to me, watching the game, Omonoia seemed in control for the majority of the game. It didn't seem like it was out of their hands at all. And it kind of tells the tale of the journey to the final. Omonoia really stamped their authority. They came from behind to obviously beat Apoel, who are the most successful club in that tournament. So they come from behind to beat them in the quarters, and then beating Pavos in the semi-finals. That's not an easy road to the final. So it's come off of good back-to-back games.
Yeah, well, put it this way, we changed managers by the time the Apoel game came, and I wasn't happy with the appointment, to be fair, because I've always called him a passion merchant.
Right.
But the thing is, from having spoken to players that have played under him, they say, as a tactician, he isn't the best. But I'll tell you what, he will make you run through walls. So I was willing to give him that opportunity. So going into the final against AL, I still had a few doubts, purely because whoever lost, there'd be repercussions. AL have got big problems off the field. Their president is leaving at the end of the season. A lot of players are out of contract. There's a lot of uncertainty with the club. And let's get it right, this was their first final since 2018, and their fans were well up for it. And the Aelistes, they're bonkers. I knew that this wasn't going to be an easy game. And let's get it right, when it's a cup final, it's a one-off game. Anything can happen. So I was a little bit nervous, a little bit. I had the feeling that I will go for the throat in the first 20 minutes and hope to get a goal and see the game out. But the fact is, they didn't score. We defended well, and second half, we made 3 substitutions, which changed the course of the game. Look, back-to-back trophies, I'm absolutely over the moon. And I just hope that we learn from our mistakes from last season, because last season, we won the cup, and our summer was absolutely dreadful. And this season has been terrible in the league, but we got the cup. That's the main thing, I guess.
Something to look forward to as well, because the winner of the Cypriot Cup, they get entered into the Europa League, don't they?
Last season was Europa League. This season it's Conference League.
Right,
it's
okay.
Conference League. We've lost that Europa League spot, unfortunately, but there's still an opportunity to get into the group stage. We still need to go through the qualification, but there's still that opportunity there.
It brings us then back to the rest of the Cypriot League now, because we're now rounding up the rest of the league.
I said last week that history could be made, and that's exactly what happened. Aris beat us, Omonoia, 1-0 on Saturday, which meant anything less than a win for Apoel against Apollon would give Aris the title. It finished 3-2 to Apollon. So Aris are the champions, and congratulations to everyone at the club. It's their first championship in their 93-year history. And to be honest, mate, the club has made gargantuan strides on and off the pitch in the last 3 years. It is certainly a new era in Cyprus.
Going into the off-season, for teams like you say, Omonoia kind of struggled in the off-season last year, and coming to the start of this season was a difficult one. Any Cypriot team that then gets into the Conference League, the Europa League, the Champions League, they then sift straight into that qualifying process, and any holiday kind of gets put to the side, and it's right back into football.
Of course, and it's a testing time for the clubs, not just from a transfer perspective, but also budgeting and also fitness, etc. We saw Apollon last season; they'd won the league, and I think their season started end of July. And before the league campaign started, they'd already sacked their manager and brought in a new guy because of these European games. And clubs in Cyprus aren't equipped squad-wise in terms of depth and quality to play in Europe and in league. But Aris are a different breed. They're a different breed, I'm telling you.
It'll be exciting to see how they get on. Have you got any predictions for the final day? Are you willing to put your neck on the line and say who you think's going to get where, who's going to finish where?
I think AEK will get the third spot. I don't see it happening. I don't see AEK losing to us, to be fair. And this isn't a knock on Omonoia. I just think that AEK will want it more because they need it.